my colleagues have already discussed the issues of voting. Don't vote with emotions. Let's analyze the people that we want to put in office. Like my dear colleague said there, the people that you are going to choose will either destroy or build your union. I think my coming here is to sincerely thank Mrs. Simkoko. She has really helped us at our union. When I was getting to that union, I had a lot of challenges, but in her busy schedule, she always had came to my office, came to our aid, and for us, we want to thank you, and we want to say we are ready to give you a job at our office. Although we want to get that basket of knowledge, we want to utilize it, and we have learned a lot with colleagues here. I think for us, the issue of workers' education, we are going to take it to our union. And her shoes are very big, but I'm hoping to follow in those footsteps. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Delegates.
Good afternoon.
May I recognize the presence of the Iron Lady, Joyce Maria Chirupiano in the Simkoko, the President of SFIAO, the presence of the returning officer, Mr. Lyson Mando. I am here not to waste much of your time, since some of you went to see the boiling point and you are tired. You know, as you see me speaking here, I am the product of Ms. Inonde. I sit representing my members with 3 judges facing me. So you can see how far she has taken me. So this lady you have seen here is the Iron Lady. That's why I call her. So I want to share with you the type of leaders we have to vote this evening. You know, as she said, she passed through ranks. So somebody whom you should vote for is not just by facial or his appearance. He should pass through the ranks. Starting from the rank and file, and he becomes a leader. And that leader, you call him a leader. He's a leader when you knock, he will hear you. Not when you knock, he says make appointment. In unionism, we don't do that. So with these words, I leave it up to you. Vote wisely. Thank you.
Zufiao! Viva! Viva Zufiao! Why we are in this place. The fact is that I wouldn't forget to commend the managers and committee members who used their concerted efforts to come up with this quadrennial conference. It hasn't been an easy job for you to bring us here in Livingstone, to do the lodging, the eating, and and so forth. And therefore, I commend you for a wonderful job that you have just done at this place. I won't forget to say that in all these things that we are seeing here, Zufiao has been one of the powerful, vibrant, and strong unions I've ever seen today, or I've ever witnessed. Because if I may talk a bit about the FT2Z. FT2Z is what it is today because of Zufiao. Imagine doing the formation of this FT2Z. FT2Z had only one athlete, and this was Zufiao. That simply means it was Zufiao that encouraged, it was Zufiao that contributed materially, financially, and so forth. And it made the FT2Z to be what it is today. Now, if we talk about the FT2Z, it talks about Joyce Nonde and the mother there. These people played a powerful and vibrant role, especially during the time when the PF government was in its opposition and its side. You see, these people came out strongly. They never went to hide when things came. When opposition came, they had to stand up. They had to stand up and explain what was supposed to be, especially over the issue of outsourcing. Outsourcing simply means that trying to contribute to more culturalization, of which this Joyce Nonde and the Mandadea had to stand up strongly to oppose the issue of outsourcing, which contributed to culturalization. And therefore we should give Joyce Nonde and the Mando a very big hand. Viva Zufiao! Viva Zufiao! Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to vote here to usher in the new executive leadership for Zufiao. Of course, we should not come here to vote just because you know her, just because you know him, but you should vote for people who can deliver. May God bless you. Thank you.
Me there. Brothers and sisters, the lady that is leaving you means a lot, not only to the Federation of Free Trade Union of Zambia, but to me and my family as well. Maria was betrayed terribly. And I think I came to FF2Z resolved, as she said, that I will not betray anybody. Remember, as you go out to your various destinations, a fool learns from his or her own experiences. A wise person learns from the experiences of others. From her, we have a lot to learn. I stand as testimony of a person who was approached by the government with money to crucify her. And the moment I said, I cannot do that because I fear God, then they said, I must go with her. I ended up losing my job. I will never forget such torture. And some of the people that betrayed her were amongst ourselves. But I'm happy that this conference has put to an end all that nonsense that was happening. She's living a very happy person. But those that tormented her, those that tormented me, God will actually face them. If there are those in here that are hiding, we have forgiven them. Joyce has made it very clearly that God, if I did anything wrong to any one of you, I pray for forgiveness. Similarly, if there is anyone in here that got involved in tormenting us, you are forgiven, that I can assure you. But before I sit down, let me tell you one thing why I have respect for her. Before anybody knew that she was going to get married, she came to me, Mr. Mando, I'm getting married, but don't tell anyone yet. Now look at how big the trust has been.
But you have told us. You told you not to tell us.
I said before she got married. I'm telling you, after she got married. And when I was dismissed, I never told anybody, not even my wife. I went to her office. I said, I've been dismissed. She said, don't tell anybody. Finally, the way God operates, I got reinstated and seconded to the FF2Z. We can go on and go on. But I think through her work, she has united us all. Thank you very much.
Fellow members of staff, I'm honored to be here to speak on their behalf. And it's not a coincidence, but I'm sure I'm the oldest serving. I've been working with her under her supervision. She has been supervising me as a member of staff since she got into the office for 14 years now. But I've worked with her for 20 years. So we started together as workers educators, but I knew her when she was Deputy General Secretary of Zufiao. And that time she was part-time until she was acting, until she finally was elected here. As she already mentioned in her report, I was there when she was first elected. But as a member of staff, of course, I have to actually follow the work that she had to do so that it is implemented. So all our ideas that came through, I'm privileged to be part of the members of staff who executed them together with her. And that includes, of course, Workers' Education Program, which had the passion, and she still has that passion. If you noticed, when you looked at the pictures in her report, sometimes she would just tell you, Mwansa, there is a problem in this district, can you go? And I had no problems, because she was the one who was responsible also for the administration. So it meant that everything is in place. So I had no problems with that. And it's my hope that the new executive that is coming into place will actually emulate that spirit. Secondly, we had a lot of fights that have been mentioned here. We had to sit down and strategize. At one time, I could remember for one thing, what I'm going to miss with Madam is when you used to say that, Mwansa, do we have any issues that we can follow? I think it's too quiet. Can we look for something? Because as a union, we are not supposed to stay like this. We need to find some controversy. It's either with an employer or with government or with some other people. That you are not doing it, you are just to impress, but you wanted to solve problems. And in most cases, it meant solving problems. So I also want to assure, assure that that helped this union to move. Now, there are issues that I can say, like, for example, how we are kept on our toes. And including when we were preparing for this conference, it was not easy because she has got a sense of detail. You know, the sense of detail whereby even if you missed a full stop, she will take it back and say, you missed a full stop, can you put it? That is the type of person we are building Fairway today. So that has helped us also to become more careful when you are working, because you know that if I don't do this properly, it will come back. And it will come back even as many times as possible, including the following day if you still don't correct it the way it has to be done. And normally it was properly done. So that will also miss it, and I hope the people are going to take over will also be able to emulate you on that. That's why when you talk about handover process, I think that is very important so that we can learn from you. The other thing that we shall miss you is that you are not just our boss, but you're also a family person who could wanted to even know what we are doing as at home. Even my wife, sometimes she used to report me to her. Sometimes, I can, sometimes especially when I was a youth. She was able to report me to her, then she would call us and talk to us and say, please, can you improve here, including my children. So the other thing that I would like to say, which we are going to miss actually, is about unity and ensuring that discipline is observed in the organization. Of course, when you talk about being the iron lady, some people, of course, will say she was too tough, but at least it was for a purpose. And it's up to us to see that I'm not here to talk about weaknesses, but I think there are more strengths than weaknesses, and those weaknesses can only be determined by you people. And you are the people who can know exactly where the problem was. But in terms of achieving the objectives of the union, that I can assure that they were done in a very, very clear and clear way. Now, because when we are teaching leadership, we always say that leadership is the person leading you having the capacity to influence others to follow. And I think that has been what she has been able to do. Sometimes she has her own ideas, but those ideas, she influences a lot of people to follow those ideas. I think that is leadership which all of us need to take into account. Now, on behalf of my members of staff, we didn't prepare anything, but we just wish her well, and that for me, as a person still in charge of workers' education, I will not remove her from the list of educators, because we always need her. We will still need her to come and share with us issues that she has been doing. I'm sure even the FFTZ are going to do that. So, when you talk about retirement, that's why there's a who should retire.